Bounce.
All right, I think we are live.
We are
Oh,
live.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
one,
Let's
two,
pop
three.
this.
Whoa!
Let's go.
Welcome to the White
Congratulations
Room.
on your
Welcome to
pilot
the
episode.
inauguration of the White Room. And here we have Damus. Damus? How do you say it?
Yeah, like
Damus.
Nostradamus.
Damus,
Yeah.
the famous DJ Dumplings.
Woo-woo. Can I do this?
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. Always wanted to do that.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having
for
me.
coming into the show, Damus.
You're welcome.
I
have a gift for you.
Oh, what is it?
It's a congratulations cake. And I don't know if we can get it into the frame.
I think we can. I don't know if we're gonna spoil it, but there you go. Wow, it says the White Room Show.
That's it.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
It's
It's a chiffon cake.
Ricotta cheesecake.
Oh, we got a cheesecake.
From Papa Patisseries. It's my favorite.
It is after.
We should. Or we can have a cake fight.
Not here. Literally, first episode,
guys.
we're winning the show already.
There's too much tech, so we can't. Yeah, but we will set up next time to do a cake fight.
Next time, we'll start with the next studio, and we can do any fight you want, except firefight.
Okay. Water bomb. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
You want me to refer to you as Damus or dumplings? I like to say dumplings. So
Whatever rolls off the tongue. Yeah.
All right, dumplings.
good.
Tell me about yourself.
Okay. So I'm DJ Dumplings. My real name's Damus. I'm both an old and a new DJ. So by old, I started as a hobby in 2003, but then I became full-time in 2019, and here I am.
Okay. How do you start? Why DJ? Do you always dream to be a DJ or?
I think it really started at a young age, sitting at the back seat of the car when my mom's driving, and you just hear some music playing, and you go, "Hey, maybe I could mix this song with that song." But at that age, I didn't realize there was a job where you can beat mix two different songs. So I think from a young age, I kind of desired to have a go.
You know, my understanding of
Yeah.
DJ before I met any real DJ is, oh, this guy's just playing MP3.
Pretty much, that's what we do.
No, I don't even know you can mix. I thought it's pre-mix. Everything's pre-mix.
You can pre-mix, but that's boring. Yeah.
But you know, since I see you in one of the jobs, then I know, oh, this is what DJ do. They actually mix it on the fly, and then you can actually go backwards, and you know
Yeah.
your
The tempo.
the wave, the tempo,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I always tell my friends that I'm a tone deaf people. I can't sing. I don't play instruments. Do you play any instruments before?
Actually, I don't. So my brother and sister, they played recorder, and my sister played piano.
Yep.
They've got more talent than I do, but DJing, I think what answer I would give you about, what's that magic behind DJing? I think when the DJ mixes one song to the next, instead of having one song, you create this massive song that
Yep.
goes like a roller coaster.
But you
Yeah.
have to know your songs then. Like
Yeah.
you gotta have a passion in music in one way or another. Do you
Yeah.
listen to songs a lot before you become a DJ?
Or apart from sitting at the back seat of the car,
Yeah.
like when my mum's driving.
Yep.
Over time, I think the couples exposed me to a lot of different music. So there'll be Greek music, Macedonian
Yep.
music, Bollywood, Chinese, Korean, Japanese.
Yep.
And then you've got, Western music. You've got house, EDM. You've got hip hop, R&B. I started off with hip hop and R&B, but then I worked for an agent, and then the gigs were skewed towards commercial house. So eventually, if you were to ask me what my favorite music was, I actually like a bit of everything.
Mhm.
Whatever gets everyone to go nuts, like make you feel something.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you start your DJ profession in Australia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do anything else before?
Yeah, I worked in media
Yep.
for about several years.
Yep.
So circa 2006 to about 2014.
Yep.
And then that's when I took a break.
Yep.
And started working at the bar in Melbourne, and then worked my way up. And then I realized, hey, I could actually survive. I can pay bills. I can buy food with DJ money. And I think that's the moment I knew that I could become a professional DJ.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your first gig looks like? Like for example, like people just come to you, hey, Demus, looks like you can mix some song. Can you play some song? Is there something like that, or or you just offer them, hey, hey guys, you know what? I have a DJ table here, and
Did you
tell me
say
about it.
first DJ
Yeah,
gig?
first. first DJ gig, pretty much. How
It
does it
was
come to
lit.
you, and and
Yeah.
how does it turn professional? Pretty
The first DJ gig was the worst.
much. It's all right.
It's like
The
just
first is always the worst.
sweating like bullets.
Yep. Yep.
But it was very exciting. So my friend at the time, straight out of high school, he had two events booked,
Yep.
obviously on the same day. So he lent me his CDJs, and I learned. And every day after work, I would spend a couple of hours and try to like figure out how to like compile the music and then mix the next song, and then prepare. So back then, you'd have two CDs of the same compilation, so kind of like instant doubles, because if you just have one CD for like each compilation, you
Oh,
can't go to
so
that
you started
same
back then
playlist.
when
Yeah,
they used to use CD, not
yeah.
not the digital
W-
media that we have today.
Which wasn't crazy long ago, because then long
Wasn't it?
ago was vinyl, right? So
Oh yeah, okay. So you
yeah,
were
I wasn't in the vinyl
okay,
era.
okay. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
from the
So
CD era.
CD era,
Yep,
and
yep,
that yeah, the CD can skip, and
yep.
then if you don't rip it properly, it'll like it might be some errors. So
Okay,
there's always that
I
risk.
never
Yeah,
been to that era when I see DJ
yeah.
with the CD.
Mm. Who knows? There might be some older DJs still rocking the CDs.
Yep.
But yeah, it was the worst, the first gig, because I was just like messing up. Like it's like you can tell when the music's not matching properly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like you probably can tell, but the audience will probably just love it, right?
probably not. And I've learned that as well. Over time, people drink so much, it's like
Yeah.
no one cares as long as it's a banger.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. The name. I mean, it's always intrigued me. Dumplings.
yeah.
Like, I mean, where does the name come
Ta-da!
from? Well,
Uh,
we'll go to the logo. Obviously,
thank
I
you.
really love your logo.
Ooh, so cute.
I mean,
Yeah.
Damus bring his own branding today, which is very. I need to put one here now.
Do it.
Pressure. Oh wait,
I'll
no,
hook
I
you
have
up.
it here. There you
Yeah, let's
go.
do that.
And here. Oh,
We'll make that happen.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it like this from now on. All right, where's
DJ
the
Reza.
dumplings coming from?
It really started off as a joke and probably a bit of representation for my Asian background. I do identify as an Australian, but my parents are Chinese. So mum's from Hong Kong, dad's from China, Guangzhou. And at home, we'd speak broken Chinese,
Mhm.
Cantonese. And so I thought it'd be a nice thing to go, hey, look, here's a yellow banana guy in a white crowd, and here's a dumpling. And at first, wasn't sure about the feeling, but it was pretty cool. It turned out really cute.
Yep,
And I stuck with it since around 2018.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yep.
And do you always do your DJ gig in wedding industry or?
Most of it's wedding industry. And there's a few corporate, birthday, government, council events.
Mhm.
Weddings is great. Like I really love it. Don't knock the wedding industry in terms from a DJ perspective. We're not just push play DJs, but as I mentioned earlier, there's just a wealth of music and knowledge that you receive, and you get surprised every week when your couple has a background from Lithuania or from Mauritius. They have music called Sega music, and you're like, oh wow, like I've never heard of this before. And then the person sitting next to the bride or the groom, they're from another country. They're like Indian or Greek or like Arabic speaking background. And then you've got this like kind of melting pot of
Yeah,
all
okay.
this different music,
Yep,
and to be able to play multiple different ethnic music
yep,
and genres, it's quite euphoric in my opinion. It feels quite levitating when you hit the spot.
yep,
Yeah, yeah.
yep. And you mentioned you told us about your first gig before. Is your first gig a wedding?
No, it was a 21st birthday at
Yeah, okay.
the Shelbourne Hotel. Yes.
Chopin Hotel. Where is
Is it
that?
still around? I think it's on Sussex Street near Darling Harbour in Chinatown. You'd have to scale like 50 stairs to get up.
No. And it
Um,
really 50 stairs. It's really high rise.
they probably have a lift. Yeah.
Okay. Then how
Uh,
about your first wedding gig then?
that was through. I'm gonna give a shout out to my agent, Impression DJs. Back then it was run by Trent Cooper, but now Russell Dusting owns it. And I call it the dojo because that's where I learned how to be professional in how to structure music for wedding, which is, I feel, probably the more detailed than any other event. You've got your, your entrance music for the reception. You've got your maybe toasting music, cake cutting, first dance, bouquet toss.
Yep.
Instead of no one does garter toss anymore, so we do like a novelty toy toss. So
Yep.
I'll ask you, Reza, do you have like a favorite game or an anime, for example?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
During the
putting you on the
meeting.
spot right now. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, favorite game.
Pokemon, or I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I like Pokemon series. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Mommy
So
and my son is into it.
yeah.
Okay.
So cast us back to your wedding day, and maybe instead of a garter, you choose your favorite Pokemon. Oh, do you have a favorite Pokemon?
I do.
Well, let's reveal to the crowd.
It's wait, drum roll, drum roll. Oh, I don't
Do you have a
remember.
drum roll? It's this one.
I do.
This one. No, not that one. No,
Oh,
missed it. Oh,
that's all right. My
there you
favorite
go.
Pokemon is a Pikachu.
Pikachu.
No
Easy.
surprise.
Pikachu. And then, so we'd
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
plushie and you can toss it to the
yep,
single boys.
yep,
Or if there's not enough singles, like
yep.
have everyone join in. And who doesn't want to catch a cute Pikachu?
All right. So
Yeah.
you customize it to each of your client then.
That's it. That's the beauty of weddings. It's very customizable.
Yeah.
If you're the DJ and you want to be customized.
And you always have
yeah.
this in mind since your first wedding gig, or
It slowly developed because I was
Yep.
like, oh, what can I do a bit more? Because I like to think everyone just gets married once. So
Yep.
in most cases, and so it's once in a lifetime. So it's got to be good.
Yep.
So we got to do something very memorable and unique, not
Yep.
not cookie cutter stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And do you think this is your unique trait, or what other unique trait do you have?
I think eventually, when we live in an internet era, so everyone shares each other's ideas. Everyone will learn from each other, and we probably learn from the past. But I think with that in mind, the customizations will get better and better, and then it will be in line with the trend in the season as we go. Yeah.
Yep. If you don't mind sharing, I'd like to know your client workflow. Like, for example, they contacted you, right? And what happened next?
I don't want to.
Until after the wedding.
I don't want to put people to sleep, but look, I have a sip of water
Just a
first.
quick one, because being as I'm a videographer, like our first point of contact is a client. It's a meeting, so we always have a meeting with them a month before their wedding day. We go to their run sheet because we want to know what's happening on the day, and we'll usually we give them advice like, hey, I think your reception is very tight in schedule. They have a lot of games, they plan a lot of speeches, and then the flow doesn't feel right, something like that. I think you can move the cake cutting into the start after your entrance, so you have to go back and forward. And if they have a same day edit or
Yep.
pre-wedding, I'm very specific with that. I want
Yep.
the pre-wedding video is either before their entrance, like
Mhm.
it sets the mood of the people before they're coming in.
Mhm.
Oh, they know the couple, so they watch the pre-wedding video first, because so they get to know, because you get your guesses is like your husband's guesses. You might know, not you and and vice versa, right? So they get to know the couple first and watch the pre-wedding, and
Yep.
then the same day edit. I like to do it before the dance.
Yep.
I'm very specific with the couple. Like I think don't put it in the middle of meal. People not gonna watch it.
Yeah. Or like
Because
asparagus. hanging out.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I want people to. I want it to set the mood of the dance.
Yep.
Like it's the dance is for me for the first dance is it's very intimate.
Mhm. You may have
So
triggered some feelings before the first
yeah,
dance to
yeah,
make it
yeah. To make
even
it
more
like
intimate.
even more intimate.
And the lighting's been dimmed already.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. Because I'm not just videographer. I'm more into production, like the whole production. So everything have
I'll punch that.
everything have to work together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not just record, play, edit, and
Yeah.
hopefully I can find some good stuff in the recording, which
Yeah,
I
I'm the
might.
same. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I want to be able to control the. I know it's a it's not my wedding, but
Yeah.
still, I want to control. I want to be able to control my production. For example, something like that. We have a set of what you call a standard procedure (SOP). So contact client, make sure we get to know them.
What's SOP stand for?
Standard operating procedure.
Ah, cool. A new acronym to put into my
Really?
corporate structure.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we do we do the shoot, and
Mm.
then after that even my post production, I send them videos by wave. So it's like I like to call it a meal. I give them an entree with the
Mm,
wedding highlight,
okay.
and I give them the main meal with the full featured, which is the full recording of the wedding.
Yep.
Sometimes they're
And the
like
entree is the
the highlight.
highlights
Yeah,
and the reels.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just slow burn.
Yeah.
And then the icing on the cake, which is the dessert.
Yeah.
We give them like a frame with a USB, something like that.
Oh.
It's just from start to finish kind of service.
Yeah.
Um, so that's mine.
That's like if you walk into
us.
like
Yeah,
a 5-star hotel and there's already like a guy like standing in front. It's like,
yeah,
"Hello, Reza. Your room is ready,
yep.
and we've set the temperature at 23 degrees. How you like it?" Like that's the
Something
sort of
like that.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So just don't want my client to identify as just another video girls.
Yeah.
That's I
I
would.
think that's what the listeners got to understand is there's a lot of vendors like us that we put like everything in, like we blood, sweat, and tears go into it. We want you guys to have like the best day. We want to
Yep.
maximize your wedding day because we understand that you usually just get married once ever,
Yeah.
and you put so
Yeah.
much money and time into it,
Yep.
and you've got this amazing guest list of people from around the world, probably, or
Mm.
interstate, or the people that matter to you. So they're like what they feel as well matters and what they think. So we think about this stuff. So hence, like you said, the first point of contact is a meeting. That's very essential. So my
Face
Zoom,
meeting, by the way.
yeah, I used
I
to do
don't.
face meetings,
Yeah,
but
face
yeah,
meeting. We used to do it in the
I used
studio,
to
but
do face
nowadays
meetings. Yeah,
they very comfortable with Zoom, and then we okay as long as
yeah,
we can see their faces. I think it just want to know them before the day. I just want to hey, which one is for example Alex? Which one is Alex? And they have to point out I'm the groom.
yeah. Especially if it's a same-sex couple, there's Alex and Nathan, and then
exactly.
like it's like the taller one, the
Yeah,
one
okay.
with the curly
Yeah,
hair,
nah.
the one that's got a crazier sense of humor.
No,
Yeah,
that's why it's
yeah,
the pre-production. Oh, I call it the pre-production.
yeah.
The meeting
Production.
is very important.
Yeah,
Um,
I think
for
you're
me.
right. So the facial expression is important. So I'm going to throw
Yeah,
some questions at you
yeah. Go
as a
for it.
demonstration of the power of a face-to-face meeting, even if it's over Zoom. So, what do you think about the following songs? Baby Shark. For your, assuming that you're going to have a
Yep,
party,
yep,
your first year anniversary party,
yep.
can I play Baby Shark at your party?
I don't mind, but I haven't put a connection to this one.
Yeah,
I don't see
exactly.
where I don't know where the point going.
But that's the thing. I like to throw.
Yeah,
Sometimes I like to throw you on the spot to just get your instant reaction. Because sometimes you'll be
really?
like, "Oh no, I hate that song. It's
Oh,
overplayed." Then I'll go like, "Oh, how about YMCA,
yeah.
Nutbush, Cha
Did you
Cha
do that to
Slide?"
your
Like
client?
all the time.
What did
Because
what's their usual reaction?
it's surprising. So I had a meeting, not last night, the night before, and then I did the same, the same
Yeah,
spiel.
yeah, yeah.
And surprisingly, she said yes to like YMCA, but not the Nutbush. You'd usually think you'd play them in tandem.
Yep.
Nutbush is an Aussie dance. If you don't know, it's like 2 steps right, left, back, knee, kick, and then like spin around. But it's something
Yeah,
you'd see at most
the
Aussie
not
weddings, and some people find it cheesy. So what I say, what you might find cool might be cringy for me, and vice versa.
mm-hmm.
So that first point of contact of having that meeting is essential. And there's other things like maybe every family is different. There's different nuances. So maybe not every family is like yours. So maybe the uncle has beef with the
Yep.
auntie.
Yep.
That family's still got some things to deal with the other family. And so as vendors, if you give us that insight, we're able to figure out a way to program the day and the shoot or the music to make everyone happy. So for me, for music, I just make sure there's representation.
Yep.
So
So unique.
it breaks the awkwardness
It
as
does,
well.
yeah.
Because then at least it's better to see smiles than to see frowns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I love about you because like I said we meet the client and we ask them who's your DJ, who's your have you have a meeting with your MC, things like that. And some of them say, oh, we got an in-house DJ, or yeah, or we're not gonna meet the DJ, but we just send them the list of song and they just show up on the day and then the thing.
Yep.
But for you, I think you do that extra miles. I mean, like you don't have to. But I think that's what your unique trait is at the moment. Like you did this extra mass pre-show. Do you have anything post after that?
Oh, yep. Yeah. So all that customizations by choice, by passion. So post, yeah, it's something. So right now you don't know, but there's actually a 360 camera
Yep.
on the right,
That's
which we'll talk
that's
about
another
more.
extra. Yeah, yeah,
Is that,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I like to capture things. So say, uh, and no disrespect to videographers,
No, of course not.
but sometimes a couple they don't prioritize shooting, the ceremony.
Yep,
So I've invested in some camera gear
yep,
because I love live streaming as
yep,
well. It's
yep,
fun. It's really fun. We
yep.
can talk about that all
You
day.
can check his Instagram. You see that? I
Yeah.
mean, he's not just posting the DJ part. He's literally posting the whole ceremony. I saw
Yeah.
in one
It's
occasion.
easy. Like the battery lasts at least 30 minutes. I've
Yeah,
got a spare battery going.
yeah.
I'm probably going to make a time lapse out of
And the
this
couple will love
afterwards.
it. I mean, they sometimes they just take photos,
Yeah, they
not
didn't
video.
know
They
that.
didn't know, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what? You have a whole recording of my wedding?
Yeah.
That's an extra thing." I mean,
Yep. It's
I mean,
crazy.
it's crazy.
It's like,
I love
look,
to have
10
it.
years later,
Yeah,
maybe they won't like bother to check it in the
Yep.
next 10 years, but 10 years later, they'll go, oh, I wish I had some video recording to like relive the day. All it takes is just click of a button,
Yep.
set and forget. I do rate the 360 camera. It's not the highest
Yep.
resolution, but at
Yep.
least it's like you're there.
Yep.
And I think you can't put a dollar to it. Like, I don't
Yep.
even, a lot of the times I don't even charge for
Yep.
it. I just think it's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also the first time I worked with Demus is during a wedding when they have a live stream.
Griff and
Griff?
Jen, was it?
Yeah,
Griff
Griff and Jen.
Janice?
Griff and Jen.
Yeah. Hey,
And
Griff. Hey, Jen.
and what not ticks me, like what surprised me the most is when you sent me that sheets with the mind map of how we connect the live stream, how you playing. I'm like,
yeah, I was
I was overwhelmed.
I wanted to impress you.
I was overwhelmed because literally the only thing I ask from a DJ usually in a live stream is can I get clean feed
With
out,
audio, yeah.
and you actually show
Did a
me
full
the
flow
ATEM
chart.
Mini Pro, and they're saying, okay, oh wow,
I didn't
Can-
want to
you-
mess up.
you
I
can
didn't want to
run,
ruin the day.
I think this guy can run his own live stream, like, but no, that's
Yeah.
an extra thing. That's an extra mile that I appreciate from
'Cause-
from a vendor, like, you know what I mean.
yeah.
Like when MC sent me a full list, like a full spreadsheet of all the vendors, the rundown, it's just an extra thing.
Yeah,
It
well,
helps. Obviously, it will help other vendor.
I know how technical and stressful it can be to run a live stream. There's
Yep.
so many things that can go wrong.
It is.
Like the internet could just drop out, and it's not
Yeah.
even your fault. It's
Is
like
are we still online?
are
I
we
think we're
still
still
online?
online. That's a good
Yeah, yeah.
question.
it's like maybe the cable might
Yeah,
accidentally
yeah.
loosen
Like,
here,
bang,
so
bang,
then I'm
bang.
out. Or maybe a plane flies over,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
submarines next
Yeah.
door, and it starts interfering with the
Yeah,
wireless stuff.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
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 So, thank you. I'm glad that I made
But
an
that's
impact.
that's my first impression of you. Like, oh my god, this guy is so good. I mean, I wouldn't expect you send me that and ask me to put it and change it, and you did. You even I think you even sent me a list of all of the equipment, which however I never
just
even
to
hear
make
about.
sure.
And
'Cause
which
I was worried it would
microphone.
clash with your stuff, so make sure.
Yeah.
that we're on
Wait,
different
thank you.
frequencies.
Thank you. But that's a plus.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a plus from a vendor. I'm pretty sure the vendor will appreciate as well.
I do this for the MCs as well. So
Yeah.
if it's
So yep.
a friend MC, I'll just at least, because they might be stressed and
Mm.
nervous. So, and I've seen it a million times. Oh, we've got a guest. Hello. Come on. Oh, water. Do you want some water?
I'm good.
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
So what was I saying? Yeah, MCs, for example, if they're nervous, and just give them like some microphone tips, like hold it kind of like karaoke.
Yep.
Fist away. Don't cup the mic. We're not right. See, you can hear that it sounds different, right? In the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds muzzled. So yeah, it's a
Oh.
prime example why
Do you tell that to your client every time you give them the mic?
it looks cool. Most times where I can.
Okay.
Yeah. And then don't
Like,
hold it down
don't
like a
hold it down.
dictator.
Yep.
Yeah. And a shout out to Robin Patterson. She'll encourage the speaker to follow the mic because you need
Yeah.
to give your attention to the person you're directing
Yep.
your lovely speech to. It's like,
Yep.
Reza, thank you so much for inviting me to the White Room,
Yep.
episode 1 pilot. Yeah. And then
You know your
I'm getting used to it now.
What do you call this?
I call it
pad.
sample pad.
Yeah,
yeah.
sound pad.
Sound
Yeah,
pad.
sound
Yeah.
pad.
But yeah, it's important to. I think it's important to have as many conversations as
Yep.
you can.
Yep.
Time giving. Yeah.
Yep. Likewise, that's what we're trying to do with our client as well. Because I'm Indonesian. Back in our country, it's very common to for wedding to have an event organizer,
Mm.
like an EO, or even like someone organizing and then someone putting together everything, and they just contact.
Michelle and Juventius, they had a
They
few.
have one, yeah, but in
Yeah, that was
Indonesia,
lovely. Yeah.
it's even more common. And then before the wedding, they always gather all the vendors around, and they have what you call a technical meeting.
Oh, like a huddle. Like, let's go.
No, they hire
Let's
a
go.
room
Yeah.
in a hotel, like a
Wow.
round table, and everyone sits down, and then
Yeah.
the EO, the event organizer, sits in the middle, and like, all right, let me open this meeting. Let's first we introduce the DJ Dumplings
Boop, boop,
here,
boop, boop,
and then we
boop.
have the
Yeah.
videographer, photographer,
Boop, boop, boop.
everything, all the vendors
Yeah.
there, and the couples there.
Yeah.
It's literally like a full-on production meeting.
Mm.
Obviously, it's very rare here in Australia to even have someone's organizing your
Right.
wedding day. That's why we
Mm.
just like to give that, and then
It's funny you mentioned that.
yeah.
Like, so I got kind of, I don't mean to go off topic,
Yeah,
but I met a Chinese team, a videographer, and they say in China they have a lampy as well, like a gaffer
what?
that hold a light and maybe the
Or
microphone.
video?
Yeah,
A
for
photo?
video. They go in China they have it, but Australia we don't.
Yeah.
So there's so many things that we can learn from Indonesia and China.
Well, in
to do.
Indonesia,
Yeah.
for a full day wedding, like
Mm.
for example, they send 5 photographers and 5 videographers. If
That's
I
a
do that here
whole
in
table. That's a
Australia,
whole table. Yeah.
the couple is probably go broke.
Yeah.
Either the couple go broke or we go broke.
Yeah. I guess it's different culture, different values.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying
Yeah.
to bring is because on a more organized wedding, it flows better. I took better video. Our team took better photos, and it's just easier overall than like you don't want on a do you want on, like for example, on a reception, someone just come to you and say, hey, we prepare a surprise song for the couple, can you just put this in your music or something like in the middle, maybe exactly 8:05.
Yeah. The craziest
It'll
thing
make you
is
go panic, like, yeah, yes, sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
But you already prepared something, for example, on 8:05 or
I
something,
know,
just to
same day
entertain
edit. I knew where you're going. Yeah. I mean, that's lovely. I do encourage personalized messages,
Yep.
but give us a heads up because there are a few things on the run
That's a
sheet.
tips, by the way, for
Yeah.
you guys getting married. Always give your vendors a heads up of everything. Like if you make a surprise, for example, if the groom wants to make a surprise, then you don't want your bride to be to know, then just tell your vendors at least, hey, I have a surprise. I'll be dancing with my mates at this time or something like that.
Yep.
Because we don't like surprises during
Yeah.
wedding. We make surprises, but we don't like surprises during wedding, right?
Yeah. I generally politely throw it on the MC friend because the MC can also make sure we tick things off before the vendors leave.
Yep.
So, for example, bouquet generally happens after the first dance, and maybe there'll be a sparkler exit. So, with that in mind, if we were to do a fake sparkler, at least the MC can kind of huddle everyone quickly so that you can go home at your scheduled time of 10:30, for example, instead of staying till midnight.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's if you have a professional MC. But almost half of my wedding, at least, they have a friend MC.
Yeah, that's why I come in and try to help you and
That's
send them
why
a
you
to-do
come in,
list and go,
but
hey
then-
guys, just remember
But then they
this."
also have a friend DJ. You know what I mean? And then we
it's
have
cool.
to.
I mean, it's
It's
cool to
cool.
have
I mean,
someone with
exactly.
the affinity
Yeah,
and that
100%.
personal
I'm into it.
connection.
But I'm just trying to help
Yeah.
them to connect these people together, so on the
Yeah.
day it will flow better.
there is a science. Yeah,
I
just
mean,
ask
it's
any
not-
of us.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Friends DJ, friends
Yeah, yeah.
MC, 100% supporting it. I mean, if your friends have, wow, it's so good.
Mm,
Yeah, but I just want to make sure that it flows good.
yeah. I mean, I think the biggest struggle that I hear from most videographers is that, oh, the DJ refuses to give me a line out for the microphone. I'm like,
Is there a
yes.
DJ who refuses to give a line out?
I
know the-
I don't hear it from other DJs. I hear it from other vendors.
Really?
And they're like, oh, Damus, you give us a line out and you give a backup recording. I'm like, yeah, that's because I know it means a lot to you. And I can't see the only time it's ever damaged anything was when the newbie chucked in the incorrect cable and
Oh yeah, yeah.
some of the
yeah.
metal filing
Yeah,
came
yeah,
off.
yeah. Okay.
I'm like, and then I
Does it ever happen to you?
only one time. The boss is my friend, so I was like, "Oh, hey, your new guy just like is a bit heavy-handed on the cable. He's some filing, but it still works.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's the only situation. But I think that's very rare.
And I
That
know what
does
you do now
happen.
is literally just prepare a cable, and
Yeah, that's
then
why I supply the cable.
so they have to plug anything,
And you guys are
and
even
you can
happier
just
because you're,
plug.
oh, you've even got the
Yeah,
cable. I was like, oh, that's because I
not
don't
just
want you to
cable, by the
file
way,
stuff out.
also a mount to put our recorder on it.
Yeah, shout out to Small Rig. Yeah, sorry.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
And
yeah.
look, apart from DJ, I know you have live stream, like ad hoc live stream on the fly. I know you bring your lights,
Mm.
your what you call, I don't know what you call, party lights,
Uplights.
up lights,
Yeah.
and
Now I've got the new Gobo
yeah, the new
moving light.
global elder
That's
lights.
exciting. Yeah.
If you don't have to answer this, but is this all inclusive in your service, or what?
Yes.
Do you tell them in advance, hey, I have this extra, this extra, this extra?
Yeah.
I think it's
It's
good for them for the listener to
yeah.
know.
Great question.
Yeah.
For me, I like there's a certain level of vibe I want to bring. I think lighting is very important. You can agree.
Yes.
So a room can look really dull. For example, let's just say you book the community hall, which is like bare nothing, bare
Mm-hmm.
bones. Even if I just brought 8 up lights, that'd make a huge difference. I've learned over time from photographers and videographers, like a little bit of contrast is good as well. And I'll chat with you guys and say, oh, what color's good? And then maybe we
Oh,
won't.
really? You never asked
Yeah,
me
of
about the color.
course.
I would just say yellow all the way.
Yellow, of course. But say if the florals were all
Yeah.
pink, purple,
Yep.
it's pretty silly for me to blast pink and purple. Just wash out all that amazing, talented work by the florist. So usually we go for like a neutral white color. But anyway, contrast was a thing. But during the drop of the song, I can also like do little bit of strobe or make it fade into different colors.
What's strobe?
So it
For the
just
listener.
flashes
Yeah, okay.
really
Like,
quickly. So quite often you see it at music festivals, and it gives that that concert festival feeling. And so my package will that's the vibe that I want to bring. I just want you guys to party hard.
Yep.
And I need my lights.
So is this an extra then? No.
It's built
All
in.
inclusive.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I, it got really busy. So now I just want to maintain a certain level. So even if you booked me for an event that had all of that stuff in-house, that's great. And there's a few venues that have an amazing in-house
Yep.
system. I like to give shout. Let's give more shout outs.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's give a shout out to Show Pro Productions from the Highline in Bankstown. They do a great job with the in-house lighting and lasers and the projections and the AV. Very clean, very crisp. No, I have no issues, no hassles. Just bringing my DJ booth and just plugging in.
Yep.
They make me very happy. So, I mean, if I feel good and then the clients feel good, then there's
you
one
bring
less thing
those
to worry
extra
about.
things, okay.
Yeah, like I'm sure there's a few things that you have in your kit that is essential.
Yeah.
But people think that they don't need it. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be my interview microphones.
Oh, the stick, the road stick.
The road stick.
Where is
Oh,
it?
yeah, the road stick. So what we do, I mean, the couple never asked for it. We never asked the couple if they want it or not. But if we have time during the break between the ceremony and reception, when the guests is on canapes, we walk around and just get testimonial from the guests.
You're giving away all your secrets.
I know. Well,
this
is what the white room is about.
Yeah.
People needs to know you're behind the
yes.
scene. You know what I mean? It's called DJ Dumpling. It's not called DJ slash lighting slash live stream dumpling. You know what I mean? For people to know, oh, DJ Dumpling, oh, it's DJ. Probably the same with another DJ A, DJ B, or something like that.
Yeah.
This is we exposing it.
Yeah, I think so. I think what we have in common is we've got our base foundation, what we do. So you supply video, photography, live stream, maybe a lot more, but also the brains behind creating the flow and the production side. For me, it's like DJing and music is the main thing. But over time, we just add on a few things that are directly related to our brand, just to make it a bit more dreamy and make things a bit more desirable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Funny you talk about the brands and you talk about your DJ booths. I really want to show for you guys who haven't seen Dumplings DJ booth. I don't have I don't have the thing here. Do you have a picture of it in your phone?
On my phone.
You can show it, but Dumpling have his own booth.
I have to bring it up to
He
the.
have two types of booth for what I know, like a big one
Mm,
and a smaller one for an outdoor ceremony.
yeah,
But his booth is his brand, pretty much. You know it
yeah.
from far away that your DJ is dumplings. If you see this in your you can walk
Oh,
closer to the camera.
okay.
See if yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, show and tell.
I think that's way too close. I think that it's gonna focus. Uh, there you go. So it's like a cupboard, like
It's
light,
like an office thing.
yeah, with dumplings logo. That's his signature. You bought it in every wedding, right? In every wedding gig, pretty much.
Yeah, it packs a punch. It's actually big and small at the same time. So it's
Yep,
only 90 centimeters
yep.
this way,
Mm-hmm,
and then it's 60
mm-hmm.
centimeters this way, and then it's doesn't matter the height, 70
Yeah. I
centimeters.
had a
Yeah.
chance to come to your studio last couple of weeks ago. I'm sorry, I have to apologize. I haven't been able to make a content out of that.
Oh, that's
But
fine. There
but
was I overshot.
but I
Yeah.
know I know what main thing that I can summarize from your studio is your branding, including your DJ booth.
Mm.
Let's talk about self brand because I think look, obviously I don't know all the DJs in Sydney, but from the from all the DJs I've seen so far, you are like the most, even more so than us, the most self brand DJ slash
Oh,
vendors that I've
okay.
seen. Um, tell me about tell me about the philosophy behind your branding. Like, why do you want to show so much about your brand?
It's cute.
Do you come from marketing
I
background or something like that?
do have a background in advertising.
Yeah, okay, that's a start.
So,
That's why.
so originally when I was thinking, oh, maybe I could be like a McDonald's. If you see the arch,
Yep.
you drive past it and oh, I need to get a burger. But maybe people would want to get dumplings instead of
Well, my
hire me as a
son
DJ. Yeah,
met you in one of the wedding, and then now they talk
oh,
about
that's his
they want
birthday. Yeah,
they want one of these. Oh, sorry, down.
you can hear the
They
rustling.
want one of these. Look, this is one of your merch. He tore this during his wedding. During your wedding, pretty much.
Yeah. If it's not awkward, then yeah, get the bride and groom to throw it into the crowd, or I will throw it at the end of the night.
And I have this is the first time I see this. It's a cool hat. Maybe I should wear it. And there's a lot. I mean, he given me this package. Thank you very much, by the way.
You're
I
welcome.
love it. But this is all self brand, and I have to agree with you. Branding is very important.
Oh, that's new. That's new.
That's neat.
That's
I'm
the
gonna wear
latest
it.
merch. It's I
I'm gonna wear
couldn't
the
think of
yellow
a
one.
clever motto, but shout out to my corporate client at Mason, Danielle and Ashley. But one day we were sitting
Oh
on
my
the
god, my
cruise,
hands.
and they said, "Oh, DJ Dumpling's living his best life." And I was like, "Yeah, that's a great feeling." So it says, "Live your best life."
Yep.
But I've already thought about the next tagline to put on the bracelet.
You have a tagline. Oh, you
Uh,
do.
Oh, it's,
Live your best life.
yeah.
That's
The
that's a
next
good tagline.
tagline I'm going to do is Ichigo Ichii.
Is it Japanese?
It's a Japanese one.
Yep.
If I
Ichigo
recall,
is
Ichigo,
ping.
Ichigo, like go.
Oh,
And
Ichi one go.
Ichii.
Yeah.
So we saw it on a food blog
Yep.
on Netflix, and the meaning was in this very moment at this very meeting, it's memorable. Like so, Ichigo Ichii right now, for example. I will remember
This
this
moment I
forever.
remember. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a phrase, a Japanese phrase.
Yeah. I'm not Japanese, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a nice saying, isn't it?
Well, you
Because
look. I thought you were Japanese at the start, by the way. You look so Japanese. Have you been to Japan?
yes, I lived there for 3 months.
You lived there for 3 months.
Yeah.
For work.
I tried to teach English.
Yeah.
I didn't have a TESOL, so no luck. The
Yeah.
only job I was able to make money off was DJing.
So you did a DJing gig in Japan.
Too, yeah. I worked in Roppongi, just
Yep.
like a trial
Yep.
set at the end of my stay.
Yep.
And just at the end, when I already had given up because I wasn't getting enough
Yep.
income, and I booked my flight back home, and they offered me a sponsorship. I was like, oh, what should I take the sponsorship and live crummy but
Look,
live longer, or go home and see
everything
family? Yeah.
everything will happen at the right time, right? I
Yeah.
think that's just an opportunity that's really been passed, and you know you have your own thing here now. I think
Yeah.
which is really good. But if you have an opportunity to go back to Japan for DJing, would you do it?
I think my DJing is changing. I don't produce music.
Yep.
I just butcher the heck out of other people's music.
Yep.
Occasionally I'll edit music for my clients,
Yep.
like First Dance edits. But if I was to go to like back to Japan just to DJ for fun, say if you have a big party there, like your 50th birthday,
Are you going to bring your DJ booth there?
I'll probably borrow a bunch of like fancy
Yeah,
equipment
and
in
put
Japan.
this
Yeah.
neon sign in the front or something.
Yeah, but you mentioned it's hard to work as a videographer in Japan
Yeah.
because they only hire Japanese videographers.
Yep. So my cousin's wedding. I told him, hey, maybe I can take a video for you there. He told me, yeah, I'd love to, but unfortunately, the venue doesn't allow us to bring a non-Japanese videographer or photographer.
So it's just the venue, or do you think it's overall the culture?
So
Yeah.
look, I'll never have a wedding there, but I know Japanese also use a lot of event organizers. Usually in the venue there's like an event manager, which pretty much manage all of your wedding day.
Okay.
And then she's very particular, or he, sorry, I don't know.
Yeah,
he or she very
they,
particular
yeah.
in the vendors that they work with.
Mm.
And then especially whether they're Japanese or not.
Mm.
So you can go as a guest and just take a couple of shots, but you can't go like
As soon as you pull your camera out.
yeah, you can't just bring your SLR or mirrorless and just do your solo gig.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know about DJing though. So,
Yeah. I don't know, but I would probably think unless you have a work permit or something like that, they're probably not gonna allow you.
Yeah.
It's not legal.
I think the thing I respect about like what I've seen personally, the Japanese culture itself, everything's done to the like highest possible ability standard.
Yep.
So I think there's a lot of artistry involved. So I think it's okay to protect that.
I mean, it's okay. I mean,
opinion,
every business has its own standard to uphold.
Yep.
So I respected that. But it's just their culture.
Yeah.
Their culture. Anyway, go back to the branding.
Oh, sorry.
Self-brand. Tell me the philosophy behind your self-brand.
So it's really cheeky and fun and lighthearted.
Cheeky and fun, yep.
And
hence the logo.
I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but being identifying as an Australian DJ.
Yep.
But also have a Chinese background, being a banana, yellow on the outside, white on the inside. I thought it'd be a nice little nod to my heritage.
Yep.
Yeah. Mum being from Hong Kong and dad from being.
Do you make your own logo?
So we had an Indonesian graphic designer. Bagus.
Bagus.
No,
his name.
His name's not Bagus, but
Bagus means he's great. Yeah.
He's good. He's good. And so my wife, Mrs. Dumplings, Ness is her name. We chose the eyes, the mouth, the dimples, the headphone, and the overall shape, and the general color palette being pink and green, and that's a nod to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Not to what?
Will Smith, like he had a show called Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in the 90s, maybe the 80s.
Yep.
And it was like kind of a hip hop family show.
Oh, right. Okay.
That was kind of a nod
there's
to
a headphones there.
And the headphone.
The color choices, do you pick this? Like green headphones?
I didn't know anything about like color codes.
Yep.
So I was just, that one. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
And then within a week, the very talented graphic designer whipped it up. And there wasn't much back and forth because he was so good at making a logo.
Mm-hmm.
And August last year, I believe it was August last year.
Oh, so this logo is new?
No, around 2018. I was going into trademarking.
Yep.
So
I remember that. So you trademarked
8-9 months to get over the line because I think it had to be shared with all the similar IP organizations around the world to see if anyone wants to.
Why do you want to trademark it?
I didn't care for it, but my dad, every son wants to make their dad proud. So for me, it was a moment when my dad goes, I showed him a picture. He's like, get that trademarked. And I was like, oh, it was like, basically he wanted me to protect my brand from being copied.
Yep.
But from that moment, I felt my dad accepted my brand.
Yeah.
And he didn't say, oh, that looks terrible, blah, blah, blah.
Asian parent moment.
I showed him like the dumplings and he's like, oh, cool. And then my dad has been a massive supporter in like recent months. he's like attended a lot of my public events, and yeah, if yeah, I don't cry much, but I like yeah, inside right
No,
now,
no, it's a proud moment.
yeah, I feel it
Yeah.
like
But
because um you know, everyone, you go on YouTube and you study the Cultural Revolution, it was terrible. We lost so many creative people in China. And then, so I think there's that stigma where parents don't want their children, Chinese children, to get too creative because, you know, so I think being a DJ was probably part of it.
Yep.
And it's such a very unknown territory where like, there's no stability in income. But I guess part of the purpose of this episode is also to say it is possible to be a professional DJ
Yeah.
working with only private functions
Yep.
mostly. It is sustainable. The government does support me. Thank you. Thank you, Scott Morrison. During COVID.
Wait. Oh, during COVID.
Yeah,
I
I
thought,
got some
what? You got a
handouts.
payment from government now and then?
Yeah, we got
I'm gonna
those.
become a DJ too then.
That helped a lot.
DJ support payment.
Didn't have to use a Kickstarter. Didn't have to beg for money. The government supported.
You ever think
Yeah.
using a Kickstarter too?
I mean, well, you got grants to buy video stuff too. So
Oh yeah, we do.
Did you get the grant?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I thought it's specifically DJ.
Uh-huh.
DJ supports money or something.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
yeah, okay. So have you, for example, like have you ever do a gig where they don't want you to bring your dumplings?
Unfortunately, there was one. I'm
Yeah.
not naming names,
Yeah.
but
Is it like a B2B though, like a business to business, or like a private
there
event?
was, I believe, there was other business involved, a very
Mhm.
credible, you know, fashion
Yeah.
magazine.
Yep.
And so I think they probably didn't want my branding to be in the background of their pictures.
Okay.
But I didn't mind. If you
Yeah,
got me
yeah.
to sign the form, I go, yeah, go nuts, do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I've got nothing to hide. But
Yeah.
I think there's once or twice along those lines where
Yeah.
there's a large fashion magazine gets involved.
Yep.
And the couple's not sure about my neon sign.
Yep.
I mean, that's why we have the Zoom meetings, and I don't get the face-to-face Zoom meetings all the time. Some couples just book
Did you
me.
tell your client, hey, this is my DJ booth, make sure you're happy with it? Did you
Yeah,
ever-
I send them everything, but you
Yeah,
know,
okay.
sometimes like some clients will just book you because of the brand name. It's like, oh,
Of course.
they go, oh,
I
Louis
would do that all day.
Louis Vuitton, Hermes. I'll just buy it.
This
but
is
then-
like the Louis Vuitton of DJ.
Oh, no. But I'm just saying that, you know, sometimes people book just purely based on a brand,
Based on brand, yeah.
without the contacts.
Yeah.
And there can be awkward moments.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
even, I know you haven't been on TV before, have you? Like you.
By luck, I did get onto Channel
Tell me about
9. Oh, that was so cool. What year was it? It was a September 2 years ago. It was on the Today Show, and it was a segment about fitness, and I'd prepared like 160 songs. I need to play 3 or 4. They mic'd me up, and I had no idea which camera to look at. Luckily, you just have one, so I just have to look at one. But they
Next
had,
time
like-
I'll put one here.
It's crazy. And then it's like, yeah, look for the red blinking light. I was
Is
like,
it a
"Oh,
morning
where's it?"
show?
Hmm?
Morning show?
Yeah, the morning show.
Yeah.
So I found out the day before, and then I was like, is this a scam or something?
What?
Because like, you know,
Oh, who
you got-
contacted you? The producer?
yeah, by phone, and then I got
Yeah.
an email
How did
like one of
they
the
find you in the first place?
website.
Oh, great.
I have a great website.
Did that tell you specifically? That's all right.
Shout out to Mrs. Dumplings for optimizing my website.
Yep.
But yeah, so they liked my vibe.
Yep.
I even said to them when I got in, I
And they
even
allowed you to bring your dumpling stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
yeah.
said, yeah, bring it.
Yeah.
And I brought some like dummy speakers to make
Yep.
it look more like, you know,
Yeah, like a full
DJing.
DJ gig.
all I needed to do was like, you know, but I wasn't sure which camera to look at.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and they mic'd me up, but I didn't have a headset.
Yep.
And I had no idea how it works. So I was
Yep.
like kind of yelling into the mic, and
Yep.
the presenters were
Yep.
like, ah.
And apart,
Yeah.
occasionally you also appears in the council's event, right?
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
rocking up to the Easter. I'm wearing the Easter shirt today. the bunnies. Yeah, it's cute.
Which council? Randwick Council? Work with
Shout
you
out
a
to
lot?
Randwick
Yeah.
City Council
Yep.
for bringing the community together and
Yep.
supporting the community and the food trucks as well. Special shout out to Happy as Larry,
Yep.
the pizzeria, for always advocating me as well. And so it's just an event to celebrate Easter together locally, have some nice food, play some games, and have a dance. And yeah, we did, you know, all the all the
Yeah, no,
Aussie
you brought
dances
your
and
folk
everything.
machines. You brought your what
Yeah,
all the
yeah, yeah,
machines. Tell me
yeah.
all the machines that you have apart from your DJ machines.
So that day I brought two fog machines because the first couple times I was like, one, there's a port like it needs to heat up before you release more fog.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, these kids go nuts over fog. So if you're
Yeah.
allowed fog machine and there's kids, you should definitely have it, especially if it's an outdoor event. It's if I didn't care, I'll just bring it anyway, and
Yep.
I'll show you how awesome it is.
Yep.
So I decided to invest in two of them. We had a karaoke stand and we ran a karaoke competition. At first, we're like, oh, we're not sure people are going to play this. So I prepared a QR code just to pre-approve some of the songs. But then I realized all the song requests were very clean.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the adults got involved, and we did a lot of games, egg and spoon race, scavenger
Yep.
hunt. Just gave like tons of
Yep.
prizes out. I felt like Nickelodeon on that day,
Yep.
and it was wholesome. It's like a 7-hour set. And yeah, thanks Randwick City Council for booking me for 7 hours. Huge, huge.
Well,
Yeah,
that's great. I
yeah, yeah,
mean, look,
yeah.
I see you everywhere, like weddings, events, private events, council events.
Yeah.
What's tell me? Just give me one. What's your most memorable gig and why?
At the moment, it's the Easter event recently because
Is it the one in Heaven Park?
that was
Wait,
at Malabar. Yeah,
the one that I came.
Pioneers Park.
Oh wait,
Yeah, that was
yep.
Pioneers Park. Yeah.
How come?
I just threw in everything that I could. So I ordered voiceovers to do the shout out to
Yep.
the food trucks and the council. I put $100 down to give away to encourage someone to try all the food. I invested in a professional videographer, mutual
Yep.
friend of us from Monday Made,
Yep.
and they created a bunch of reels. And I wanted to go, look, we're going to do so much stuff. I want to be able to have longevity in this sort of event. So the karaoke stand was new as well.
Oh yeah, you have a karaoke on the day.
Yeah. That's becoming more popular. You'll be surprised at a lot of corporate functions
Yep.
where you find things are a little bit stiff, and you want to be professional. You don't want to embarrass yourself and get caught into
But this is not a
HR.
corporate function. This is a very fun family day, right? Easter day.
Oh yeah, it wasn't a corporate function,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
saying there's an overlap
Ah,
with
okay, yep.
the value of
Yep.
karaoke. Like if we sing right now or something, I think our stress levels would go down. It's like,
Okay, we have a covert event coming up. I want you to bring a karaoke machine.
done. Let's do it. Yeah, and add a little bit of reverb,
You know,
bit of echo.
out of all
Yeah.
of us in the studio, only the rest is a musician. They can sing.
I
they
saw
can
there's a
play.
guitar and a violin in the
Yeah.
other room.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, they jam like almost every day.
So you're the singer.
I'm the I can't do anything. It's
You're
music. What
You're the orchestrator.
my way of editing music is as long as it sounds good on my ear, I'm happy.
Yeah. Now you got this. It's like your audio is like.
Ah, thank you. I don't know what to answer to that. And you've been promoting this show, and then you bring in some question. There's a lot of fiery questions from your fans. I think it's time for us to answer some of this all of this question. Let me just bring it to the screen so you'll be able to see. Let's start with these one. So I'm gonna put it in a comment and hopefully show up there. All right. So RNL Magical Moments. Question is, what sets you apart from other DJs?
Hey Raina, hey Ling, how you going? Can't wait to see you again. Dance. I also there was a comment under that, and I said, "Don't make me dance."
All right, maybe don't have a screenshot. I saw that. So maybe next time I'll put the screenshot.
So I'm gonna have to honor it. Am I in frame?
This is actually Dumpling signature dance. I almost saw it in every wedding that I work with him. Do you have a trademark on that too?
Oh, I just messed up my hair. Oh no. I like to do headstands, especially in the photo booth, especially in RNL's photo booth. I don't know why he brings that out of me all the time.
Yep.
But yeah, I can't really answer that question because I don't attend events to see other DJs.
Yeah.
Unless I'm a guest.
Yep.
So please invite me.
So
to your
you
wedding.
have to come from your. How about your testimonial from your client then? Maybe there's one or two that they say, "Hey, love you because of this unique things."
I think going off the last 2 or 3 Google reviews, thanks to all of them, there's a common recent trend saying that when they work with me, they feel like everything's in control and it's smooth. They don't need to worry.
Yep.
And then the next sentence would be, you can be as hands-on as you want, or be as
You are.
hands-off.
Yeah.
Because I can compile a 1,000 playlist
You-
if you just give me 3 songs and tell me what you don't want. But I can also work with your 170 songs as well.
Yep.
So I prefer the 170 songs because, as I say to everyone, what you might find cool might be cringy for me, and vice
Yep.
versa. And because you're my boss and you're booking me, it's better
Also,
to
you think your
stick with
client is
your
the boss, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I'm the
client
boss
is
all the time.
client is king.
They're king.
Boss.
Like, you know what? If usually, like most of the time, if I had to choose an answer or decide to listen to the client or anyone else, most of the time it'd be the client. Yeah,
Cool. Wow.
client trumps all.
So sociopath is the dance
Yeah.
move, obviously. And
Thank you.
look, I think we talk about this, your unique trait. So you're definitely unique.
Okay.
The next question we have from let me go. Can you read it here? It's a bit
Oh,
long.
Angeli. Hey.
Angeli Ramos.
Shout out to the Rain Girl crew.
What is the most surprising thing that you have experienced, learned in your specialties? Oh, let me pop it again. In your specialties in working in the event industry, what is the most surprising things?
So I saw this question, so I actually prepared for it.
Yep. Oh, good.
Murphy's Law. Do you know
Yeah.
Murphy's Law?
If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Yeah. So with that mentality, and for such a big production, big event, you got to kind of have backups of backups of backups. So for you guys, audio recording, you'd like strap the mic, you'd have another recording on the speaker, and then another one from my DJ console. For me, it's rocking up 3 hours early, not because I need 3 hours to prepare for an event,
Yep.
but it's just in case there's any troubleshooting. Let's just go back to a few months ago. There was a power outage. This was by chance, unfortunately, in the Woolwich area. And so a lot of other weddings were affected and they couldn't do anything because there was no power in the kitchen. There was no power in, the main dining room. But Sydney Acoustic Duo and myself, we brought our battery packs out, slow motion walk.
Does it power the whole wedding?
So we were able to power all the speakers, the microphone, the music, and I had my battery powered uplights.
So the show goes on.
So no one knew for the first 30 to 45 minutes that there was
There's
no
a
power.
blackout.
You go to the bathroom, there's no
wow.
lights, and you're like, how do I wash my hands? So that's when people knew. But then luckily the power came back, and it was a very stressful moment. And because the kitchen, you got to cook food and stuff.
Yep.
And I've never seen that venue, because that venue is very reliable.
Yep.
And it's out of their control. So, and I was like, Murphy's Law.
So that is surprising. That is very surprising.
Yeah. Everyone's fallible. We're human. Even I think even robots are fallible.
But
like
you can't control this
out.
one. You can't control these elements. Blackout. I mean.
Yeah. The best thing to think is just it's life.
Yep.
And it's not the end of the world.
And be prepared for it. Which hence the power bank. What do you call it? The battery.
Power station.
The power station, not power bank.
Yeah. So that helped a lot. Yeah. I wasn't intending to look like a hero, but
no. Always ready for anything, right?
Yeah.
And next we got from your very own Mrs. Dumpling.
Hey, Ness. I love
how many
you.
games should we have for our wedding? Our wedding? Wait, what? You haven't? Oh, your second wedding, you mean?
She overhears some of my Zoom meetings, and it's a recurring question.
Yeah.
And
how many
this
games?
one we can both answer.
Wait, do a couple ask you how many games should you have?
Yeah, because I talk a
I
lot
thought
about
that's a
games.
question for an MC.
Well, I do the sound effects and the soundboarding, so that's why I need to know. And I get really excited when we talk about games.
What's your answer then? How many games?
So this is where we're both involved, because we're big on production and workflow and run sheet. So for me, you can add to it the 3 main things that can affect wedding reception for timings. No offense to photographer, but the going overtime for the post-ceremony shoot. So if you get whisked away to the opera house, get whisked away to the beach, and then like entrees are supposed to be out already, but we got a bit carried away. So photos after the ceremony, table photos at the reception, they can go, and a few strategies to make it fast. You can just run to every table and just do it within 3 minutes. Or you can turn it into a game as well, where you get the professional photographer at the dance floor, take a snap, and then the videographer's ready, and the MC goes, "Hit it, DJ," and I play a song for like 10, 15 seconds, and everyone dance. So you got a video montage of every table. That will speed things up.
Is this the one we did in Grief and Jen?
I think we may have done that. I'm trying to
The one
remember.
that they bring in a table, each table have to dance to your music.
Wait, which one's Michelle's
Grief,
one or
Grief,
Jen? Oh,
Grief
sorry.
and Jen.
Oh, Griff and Jen.
So it's
That was
pretty much
yeah,
what happened is
Yep.
you the MC call out the I think the MC back then was Robin. I don't remember.
Yeah, Robin. That's
Yeah.
Robin's trademark.
Yeah, well, Robin call out a table,
Yep.
and then you prepare a song for that table,
Yes.
and you hit DJ, and they have to dance to the tune.
Yep.
And we take photos and videos of that moment.
A massive credit goes to Robin Patterson for pioneering that.
Yeah.
No one can do it as well as Robin.
Yep.
But yeah, so sorry, just to recap, these are the main things that can affect the timing of a run sheet and go over time. So yeah, the table photos, speeches. So you can probably agree that we should probably keep it to 3 to 5 minutes per person, and probably roughly 6 people altogether, roughly, because you've
Yep.
got like family representative, you've got bridal party representative, and you've got yourselves. So if you start doing 20-minute, 30-minute
Speeches.
essays, it's going to eat into games, it's going to eat into dancing.
Yep.
So yeah, there were the 3 things. Were there any other things that you feel are important to be
For
mindful
me,
that keep
regarding
happening? Yeah.
how many games that you guys should prepare for your wedding?
So I'd say my answer was like depends on what your
Depends
priority
on the
is.
priority.
So if
Okay.
you want more
Yep.
dancing, then less game. If you want less dancing, more game. If you want more time table photo mingling, then less game.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
So put your priority. For example, if you need to have at least 8 people doing speeches, then you might not have time for games. So
Exactly.
my answer will be X plus 1 prepared for a game. So plus 1 is like a backup.
Okay.
So what do I mean by backup? So like, for example, speeches might go for like 3 minutes or 10
5,
minutes,
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. And then you might have like what I call like a boring moment. There's just eating.
Yep.
Nothing happening. And that's when you should put the games. Or MC should put the games. So you prepare like a backup games from that moment.
Yep.
So you can feel it. Because at the end of the day, reception goes for 4 hours. Have to be engaged. People have to be engaged.
4 to 6, yeah.
Yeah. But if they're happy, people, friends and family walk around and chat with each other, that's fine too. But then I've been to the wedding when they're literally just eating.
Yeah.
And
Boring.
I think that's the time. And then obviously MC can't just
I think those
do a
couples
skit.
were probably a bit too scared.
Yeah.
Or they didn't know
But
that the game can be run.
But that's the game. But that's why the game comes in. Hue game, which is the most common game
Heads
in a
or
wedding.
tails.
The easiest one, at least.
Scavenger hunt. Couple game.
Yep.
Invite all the couples onto the dance floor. Eliminate the newest couples. Oldest couple stays in the room. Gives the newest couple in the room advice. Hand them the mic.
But at least prepare 1 games. At least put 1 games into your run sheets. The reason being, games are very good icebreaker.
Yeah.
With the guesses, with everyone.
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game is the Bring Me games.
Yep. AKA Scavenger.
Yeah.
What's your favorite item to see at a wedding?
Someone's shirt. People go naked after.
Yeah,
Wow, you go take my shirt.
That's where I soundboard and I
Yeah.
play T-Pain Take Your Shirt Off
Yeah.
or Pony Genuine or anything like, sexy.
I love that game. It's just chaotic. It's what game's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Chaotic.
Yep.
And fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe revealing.
Maybe revealing. All right, and on to the next question. We have from Paper Cranes. Shout out to Santo.
Hey, Santos
I
and Vedro.
love his work. So good.
Yeah.
On my wedding, I wanted Paper Cranes to be my videographer.
Oh!
Yeah. They were so expensive back then. So I have to resort with the budget. We have to resort to bring a videographer from Indonesia.
Was he bringing 10 shooters?
No, just.
Thanks
But
for the
I love their
question.
work. I think their videos is inspiration for my work. The way they tell stories, so good.
My favorite video that I caught up with them recently, they did a same day edit, and my couple had a Sailor Moon theme So the cake was decked out in Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, so the Sailor
Okay.
Moon theme song comes in. The bridesmaids come
Na,
in.
na, 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 na. Something like that.
I don't know. I don't watch Sailor
Oh,
Moon,
you
but
don't
it
watch
looks
Sailor Moon?
like you watch
Okay,
Sailor Moon.
okay. I do actually. It's my 90s
Yeah,
show every
nice.
morning.
So what I think Santa Avedro, I think, did the same day at it.
Yep.
And with Santa's direction, and they cut in like the dance, the first dance bit of the Sailor Moon, and I think there's another flashing moment as well as the bridesmaids entered.
Mhm.
I lost it. Like I
What do you
can't
mean? Like,
swear on this, but I would
yeah,
swear and go, I lost my.
it's like so good. Like
Because I wasn't expecting it. It was a
yeah,
surprise,
yeah,
and it was a bit weeby as well
yeah.
that
Okay,
day. So
cool.
I think that challenged the norm. Like most same day edit is just straight out, like just
Yep.
what you captured on the day. But they decided to cut in a Sailor Moon bit. I was like, ah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, off topic, but
Sorry.
but
Yeah.
Pepper Cake's great work there. I love their
Yeah.
work. But the question is, which I believe they should be able to answer themselves because they always give it 110%. But how to always give it 110% every time?
Coffee and passion. Coffee and passion.
Yep.
Find a job that you really like,
You like to do.
a cool job. I think Jerry Seinfeld said it in his pre-ceremony speech, and it was really good. Yeah, find a cool job, and then the money will come later. And then
Yeah.
you'll be naturally passionate.
Yep.
And then you'll be naturally giving 110%.
So
Yeah.
for me, similar. Find a job that you want to wake up every morning just to research the stuff that you can do to improve it. And then find a job that every time before you go to sleep, you browse the stuff that you can do to improve it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The stuff that doesn't make you yawn, the patient stuff pretty much. From there you'll be able to give 110%.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not what we do, maybe there's a way you can find something you really like about your job and just somehow do more of it.
Yeah. Yeah, like an
And-
extra, like DJ plus lights plus everything, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you why I got into live and why it's on brand. Because when you DJ, there's that risk of making a mistake, but there's also the risk of making things really epic and euphoric.
Yep.
With the way what you played now might be very different 2 minutes ago, or if you play it 5 minutes later.
Yep.
So there's that live performance element. Live stream, I think, is similar. The most magical moment was my first stream, which was both good and bad because I had a lot of Wi-Fi dropout. But it was at a hotel, and it was beautiful seeing in Spain, in the countryside, the family dancing in the lounge room. They're doing a conga line while we were doing a conga line at the wedding in Sydney.
Congo line and wedding. So
the
it's a
family
stream.
they were in a room. Yeah, it was in sync. And again, like
That's
if I
beautiful.
cry more, I would cry right now
Have you ever
because
cried in a wedding?
I've cried in a Zoom meeting.
In the
Yeah.
pre-meeting.
Yeah, I cried in a Zoom meeting. And Laura and Brandon's one. I think I was talking about music that means something to you.
Yeah.
And
And it got emotional.
I don't think I'll cry now because I've told this story a few times. But you know that Willy Wonka song? When they're going into the glass elevator and they're going into the
I haven't watched
sky.
it, but yeah, okay.
What's that song called?
I haven't watched Willy Wonka and the
Let
Chocolate
me
Factory.
quickly Google it.
Yeah.
Because the story.
What's the song feel like?
So my grandma passed away a few years ago, and Willy Wonka theme song. Give me 2 seconds
That's
to look for
fine.
the theme song. Pure Imagination. Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. So when I was explaining it, because we'll talk about how magical the song is. They're going in a glass elevator, and we played that song as part of the slideshow for my grandma's funeral. And we were hovering over the red roofs, and then my grandma's house had a red roof as well.
Yep.
And then at my childhood, everything seemed magical with my grandma. Like as in she'd like
Oh,
feed me, and
that's-
when I go to her house, she'd always have a gift for me. So that song, it just hit me like when I explained it to the couple.
Yeah.
And then I said it was an example of how a song at a special time
Can be
be used for maybe first dance,
Yeah.
signing, processional, recessional, even for maybe the same day edit or the post production
Yep.
video.
Yep.
So don't put any like cookie cutter song in. Just
the
put a bit more effort.
the
Put a
last
bit more
time they
effort in.
edit,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did the couple of Korean drama, especially this. Do you watch Korean drama?
The last thing was probably Crash Landing on You.
Oh, that was ages ago.
It was
But
so
I don't
good.
watch it either.
Yeah.
But at the moment the big one is, oh no, I don't have it on my head.
But they say Oppa,
Everything say
Oppa.
Opa. Oh, I can't remember. But we put the pretty much we recreate the opening of that of that scene
I saw on your
into
gram. Yeah.
into the
Mm.
into their first minute of SDE, showing their
Was that shot here, or did you fly to Korea to do that one?
no
Because you're
it was on
flying. You're
Sydney. I just make
flying.
it look like
Oh,
it's
okay.
Korean style.
Pitt
No,
Street,
it's K Town.
K Town, Pitt Street, Sydney.
Okay. Into the next
But
question. I think we went a lot of off topic, but that's a good
that
beauty of
was
it.
on topic, I think.
110% still. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's why we give it 110%.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the Korean drama now. Oh, it's bothering me. It's
Alright, we'll
very,
put in the comments.
yeah. If
bottom.
you guys remember, if you guys hearing this and know what I'm talking about, please put it in the comment. Bothered me. But anyway, into the next question from RNL Magical Moments again.
Thanks,
What's the
guys.
worst experience you have in the industry?
This can get really dark really quick. But because I did say ask us anything, I need to honor my words. But I almost bailed on this. But I think Raina says, yeah, just go for it, but just don't name names. Unfortunately, I've seen couples brides very mad. And then I've seen a couple almost to tears on the wedding day.
Almost what?
So I've seen two brides
Mad, yep.
angry on the day, unfortunately, and I've seen a couple almost brought to tears in a bad way.
In a bad way.
Okay, let me explain without using names. So one example was the food came out, but it wasn't served to the main tables first.
Right, okay.
And so I think a big part of the gesture culturally was to feed the family
The elders,
A,
yep.
family B, and that triggered the bride. There's probably a whole bunch of other stuff. The second time was I think the MC planner just went straight off the run sheet without looking around to see they're like mid-eating or something was happening, but already started calling up the speeches. And then she's like, no, like check with me beforehand. So both scenarios are communication needed. The third time, this one's unfortunate. It's like no one can control it. The only way you can control is your expectations. Sometimes at weddings, at really big weddings, let's just say around 200 people, as you know, there's people that always talk at the back of the room over the speeches.
Yep.
So this couple really didn't want people to talk during speeches. But
speeches.
What I wish I had done, even though it's not my fault, no one's fault, is just to raise the expectation. Go, look, culturally in this setting, there's a high chance that the aunties, the parents' friends, they're there to have a good time. They're there to celebrate. They want you to be happy. There's no doubt about that. But they're also not used to hearing speeches in a Western setting. Typically they're there to eat nice food and catch up with people they haven't seen in ages.
It's definitely Asian wedding style.
Yeah. So try not, as much as I provide a 4-speaker setup most of the time, if I don't need to use in-house, and as much as I can blast them, they're still going to talk over it. You can still have your MC wander over and shush them, but they're probably still going to continue to talk because they're going to keep drinking. So just have a reservation that, that can happen. And like when you do your planning and your discussions like this, just go, oh, what could go wrong that's out of our control, and kind of meditate, internalize it, and go, this could happen.
Everything could happen. Like Murphy's Law, like you said. I always tell my couple the night before, I send a message. Hey, see you tomorrow. Look, guys, the planning's done today.
Yep.
Tomorrow's is your day. Whatever happens, right? It's still your day. Don't plan again tomorrow. There's nothing to plan tomorrow. Tomorrow's everything is just work. If it doesn't show up, then it doesn't show up. If it, I have a florist who forgot to show up.
Wrong venue.
Yeah. I always tell them, look, it's your wedding. It's your unique wedding.
Yep.
Maybe there's no flower. That's fine. I mean, we deal with it later, obviously.
Yeah. The ring one's interesting.
The ring
one.
The
ring is like, where's the ring?
Forgot the ring.
I've seen it twice.
Yep.
And it's like one of the top
Yeah, that's
things on the
okay.
to-do list.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
forget your ring.
yeah. But whatever happened on the day happens,
And
right?
don't forget, after you shoot the rings, return the rings.
For videographers,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
no
Photographers,
offense.
videographers return the ring. I always return it back to whoever holding the ring. And I just want to take my hands off the
There was
ring.
one time at a wedding, we knew this like later on, and I played the game, not Game of Thrones. I played Lord of the Ring
Yep.
theme
Yep.
song as
The
the
one ring. The one
yeah.
ring.
I forgot how does it go?
I can't remember, but
But there's no talking. It
yeah,
was just orchestra
yeah,
as the groomsmen came
yeah.
in. And you know what? It wasn't a stressful moment. We all laughed
Mm,
because the celebrant handled it very well.
yeah.
Robin Patterson. I
I
work
love
with her
working
a
with
lot.
Robin.
I work
I
with her
think
a lot.
last time, my last wedding, I worked
Yeah.
with him, with her,
Yeah.
with Robin. She's great, especially with Asian.
Yeah, she's Asian.
She's the I get a
She's
sheep.
more Asian
She's a sheep. Asian. She's more Asian than she
than
is.
yeah.
But yeah, I always told my couple, hey, don't worry about it. Planning's
Mhm.
done today. The
Yeah.
day before, tomorrow is just whatever.
Do you have any tips for the viewers on how to sleep the night before, or do you need preparation before that, like a week of not working
As a couple,
as a couple?
or as a vendor.
Like, have you seen? No, but who cares about? We're
As
talking
a
about the
couple.
couples. Yeah.
I don't because I only got married once,
Yeah.
fortunately.
But like from what you've seen from couples that are very
Yeah.
chill, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't change someone's personality, but
I would say if you like swimming, go for a dip in the morning. Yeah. I mean, if you go for a dip,
okay.
in your swimming pool.
But this is before, like this is like the night before to like sleep, have some chamomile tea or watch your
Good
favorite
question.
Netflix.
Watch, yeah. Do
whatever.
you whatever you love. If you like Korean drama, watch that episode that you haven't watched. If you like hearing music, go for it. If you like Instagram, go for it. Just do just do your routine, your daily routine. Don't break it. Because when you do your daily routine the next day, just be relaxed.
I have personal advice.
Yep.
So Mrs. Dumplings and I, we weren't very well off back then. So we went for an Airbnb in the city. Woo, bad mistake. It was like noisy. And then there's like a smelly laundry right inside the small apartment. You can smell the mold. My advice is probably don't skimp on your accommodation the night before your wedding. Yeah.
It could ruin your day.
Well, I mean, we only had probably 4 or 5 hours sleep, like a lot of couples do anyway. But I think that could have reduced like one less thing to worry about if we just book Four Seasons or booked what's the one in Hunter Valley called?
Foco Kickton.
Yeah, if you book that one, yeah.
Would book a good review accommodation.
Nature and wine. If you get married in Hunter Valley. Yeah.
All right, into the next questions then. What is your perception of the overall morale within the DJ industry? Very specific questions. Dumpling.
Yeah, I know.
I think we're getting very deep into.
It's like an army of DJs. So this probably is more from my personal experience. Can we read that question once more?
I can show it
so
again.
I can absorb it.
You can watch here. Sorry,
yeah,
there's a preview, but there's a preview thing. Huh?
Yeah. What is your perception of the overall morale in the DJ industry? So 2022 was massive. I did pull one statistic and only one statistic for this podcast. There was 120,000 weddings in Australia in 2022. 23, it dropped down to about 90,000. So I did my figures and I was similar. I did 118 weddings in 22 and then 81, 82 in around 80. Yeah. So the percentage was very similar. So the morale, it was crazy. You couldn't think. You probably the same. You just go like eat, drink, sleep, work, eat, drink, sleep, work, meeting. Same every day. I only got sick once and that was COVID. And even for that day, I was zoomed into that meeting and Murphy's Law happened.
Yep.
That poor couple, they hired a robot and it had there's going to have a bridesmaid's speech. So that the battery died. It was pretty cool though. I love it. I would still try it again if I was them. So luckily I was streamed in and my mate JKT, Jimmy, he covered my gig. And while I was streamed, he gave up his iPad and we logged in the bridesmaids and they'll continue the bridesmaid speech on the tablet. And we just put the microphone into the tablet, which is cool. But yeah, the morale was pretty crazy because I got really sick
Yep.
at sometimes. I like flare up here, eczema, and doing this job as well, we're away from our friends and family.
Yep.
If you imagine 118 events, that's 10 a month. There's no weekend.
No weekend.
And
Yeah.
so, so I realized in 23, I had to unfortunately increase my prices a little bit to
Do you
handle
limit
the demand.
your gig in a month or something?
Yeah. So
Yep.
now, fast forward 2 years later, I do 6 per month maximum is my preferred. I even overbooked in March and April, and I did,
Burnout.
unfortunately, I did burn
Yep.
out a little
Yep.
bit. I also had a breakout again. And so
Which is not
6,
good for the morale, 100%.
I mean,
For your creativity. Usually
yeah.
burnout really bad for
I
creativity.
mean, I wouldn't be able to attend stuff like this
Yep.
and share insights because I'm just constantly working.
Yep.
So now I'm here and I can share a few gems from the busy season and the not so busy season and the normal season. So yeah, the morales, I think everyone's got to find happiness.
That's deep. Well, that's a good that's a good
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Okay, I think it leads up to the next one. Actually, we have a question from Andrew Castillo.
Hey, Andrew.
How to deal with difficult clients?
Oh.
Define your difficult clients.
Well, fortunately for me, I've been through a lot.
Yep.
So, and difficult, I've had one recently, but it's not because I underprepared, but it's just the way it is. So it was actually a client's client. And so the run sheet, everything got bumped early on the day
How come?
by choice. It's like,
Okay,
I
okay,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like starting the party early.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the venue only had like about an hour and a little bit. I was probably kind of promised like probably 2 hours, and I was only given an hour and a bit. So I started setting up in the foyer. And so the client's client was stressed as F. And even to the point he said, Damus, your confidence is unsettling. I mean, what can you do? You can't do anything. You just got to keep powering through.
Yeah.
I knew I could set up in the hour anyway. Not ideal because I'm almost 40.
Yep.
I like to be comfortable. I don't
Yeah, of course.
like sweating
You don't want to
bullets.
hurt yourself, especially.
I don't
too.
want to rush and hurt myself. Yeah. So I got everything done in the hour, including the karaoke stand as well.
Mhm.
And then there was another part where I think he wanted to challenge me again, and he said, I love this client, by the way, and we had so much fun on that night, and I can't wait to see them again, just to say. But yeah, he challenged me. He goes, "Oh, Damus, can you clean this mic?" I'm thinking in my head, this is a trick question because I know most people don't clean their mics. And I was like, "Oh, I got this one." And then I go into my bag, get my isocol, 60% alcohol, and I'm like, chit, chit, chit. Here you go. But I knew that he was probably testing me. Because, like, how many people ask to have your mic cleaned? Have you ever
I
been
never
asked?
heard of it.
Yeah.
Can you clean your video camera?
Yeah.
Why?
But rumor has it, the agent, big shout out to them. I won't say names because then you'll connect everything. He had a previous client that was also demanding a lot of ethnic music.
Yep.
And I delivered all the ethnic music. I was prepared. I even changed my trackpad on my Mac to write Chinese characters.
Trackpad.
You can. There's a like built-in plugin.
Oh, right. Okay, so
where
you can
write
write
strokes
it on the fly. Yeah,
write
okay,
like
cool.
any language, like Arabic, whatever. But yeah, rumor has it that a previous client of his, the DJ, just was fed up, put
With
the
what?
headphones down, and just left.
Why?
Because the client was demanding too much
Oh,
music
so
that
you
they
just walk
couldn't
away.
that they
Another day.
couldn't handle it. But I've worked with like lots of kids where they demand stuff, and not in a mean way, but they just want to enjoy themselves. So I have that kind of tolerance.
Yep.
But yeah, I think at this age right now, I think the best thing to do is better to face your problems and have. That's the only way you're going to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It doesn't make your job boring too.
yeah, and I
You
mean, with these
reckon, like-
difficult clients, you just got to try and, as much as they don't want to, if that's the case, you have to push them to communicate.
Yep. For me, I think you just be professional and find a solution
Yeah.
to
yeah.
it. You don't bring your emotion to your professional job.
Yeah. You can give good emotion. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You put this amazing event together. Just letting you know everything's
Yep.
in control. Our
Yeah.
original run
Assure
sheet was
them.
this time. I did
Yep.
need that time, and I
Yep.
wasn't given that much time to bump in. But yeah, rest assured, the sound test will be done very
I think the
soon.
most
Yeah,
common difficult trope of client will be the anxiety client, right?
that was a corporate client.
Although
That was a cool.
client,
Yeah,
when the client being
yeah,
very excited and then start micromanaging, I just tell them, just chill. It's your day.
yeah.
Leave it to
Um,
us. Leave it to all the vendors to be able to
yeah.
make it your day.
So I think you're right. The
Better.
night before just like reassures
Yeah,
you.
it definitely affected.
Yeah. So my agent was very lovely to me.
Yep.
Like kept
Yeah.
hugging me. He's like, "Oh, I'm like so sorry you're in this." I was like, "No, it's fine. I can take this. I'm not
Yep.
gonna. I'm not gonna put my headphones down and walk
Yeah.
out."
And walk away.
Yeah.
Sorry, no more video for the night. No more DJ for the night.
I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So I think just be human and just have the lines open. Um, even like it goes back to the other question about the fashion magazine not
Mm.
communicating with me or the
Yep.
client. I didn't even know about the fashion magazine until close on the either on the day.
They don't tell you not to bring your brand.
Yeah, so then you find out on the day and it doesn't leave a good taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got to put a blanket over my sign. I'm like, oh wait, the blanket looks ugly. Don't worry, keep the sign. Keep the sign. Yeah,
We all
yeah,
have our difficult clients.
yeah.
But Andrew is not finished with his question. We have another one. Oh, okay. You can choose to answer this one or not. Are there any venues you stopped working at? Why?
Juicy, spicy. Maybe I will name it. No, I won't name it.
I'm gonna have to wait. My
Bro, can you blow my face out? So yeah, there's a venue that I don't work with because of my own reasons. I don't align with them, unfortunately. If we see each other on the street, we'll still say hi and we'll probably shake hands, but we just agree to disagree. So for me, I have a lot of equipment. I like to bring a lot of equipment. I like to give you the best that I can. And so there was some OH&S issues. There's a lot of stairs. So anyone in production will also understand that
Yep,
stairs is the worst.
the worst.
And then because we're mobile, we're always on the run. And we're a small team. I'm just a team of like,
One
maybe one
or two.
plus crew plus
Yeah.
Mrs. Dumplings. And so there's not much of a voice. So being on this platform, I just do want to raise to your awareness that when you fill in the contact form for your supplier, is the ones that you think might have heavy equipment, just give them a heads up if there's stairs or not. Because I know you want to keep costs low, but at the same time, from a human perspective, you could hurt your back, break your leg. I've broken an ankle before, but that wasn't from work. That was from basketball. So OH&S was one of them. There was a big sound problem. I'm a DJ. It's like saying to a baker, you can't bring flour to bake your cake. So for me, it was like you can't use
Your own speaker.
subwoofer, or you can't use your own speaker. You can't set up next to that wall because there's an event on the other side.
Yeah.
So for most DJs, maybe it's okay. For the in-house DJs, certainly fine because they've worked on an arrangement. But for me, I want to give you I want to give you an awesome rave
best,
party.
yeah.
I want to give you a concert style, production. So if you want to book a venue and you don't care about music, and I'm not for you.
Yep. Yep.
If
yep.
you really care about music, but you have constraints, I respect that, and I will work with you around it. But if you don't really care, you just want to book just for someone to stand there and play generic music, I'm not your guy. You'll be wasting your money.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Although you wouldn't be, because I'll convince you how awesome it is. Yeah. So that's OH&S sound, and unfortunately, I heard something negative from my customers after the wedding. They're saying after we signed the contract, there was little communication about just anything, our table chart, flower arrangement, just general stuff. So after those three things, kind of like a strike, I just didn't feel like I was
To
aligned.
avoid it.
But having said that, this venue may improve, and I would consider going back. But for the time being, I'm just pumping the brakes on that
Oh.
one. And I only do 6 events. I think I last calculated. Unfortunately, I turned down 80 something inquiries for this year.
Nice. I would say nice because it's good. I mean,
Well, I mean, I'm not sure they were going to book me anyway, but I just said, sorry, I'm booked on these days. And
You turned down because of
I was already
certain
booked.
things. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That figure
Yep.
because we're limited to work on most days
Yep.
weddings are, which is like
Yep.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Probably Saturday, Sunday only.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So what's that? 100 events
Per year,
a year.
maximum
Yeah,
150.
yeah.
Something.
So we can't honor every wedding. Yeah, we can't split out. I mean, I'm not going to duplicate myself, unfortunately. Maybe
No,
one
of
day
course.
I'll license myself out.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to DJ?
Franchise your DJ Dumplings. Hey, I'm the Alexandria branch of DJ Dumplings.
Yeah.
My name is Reza from
You have, if you want to
like a
become
McDonald's. Now you become a McDonald's.
you want to become a DJ Dumplings, you have to hop onto an episode of the White Showroom, the White Room show.
I'm the
Yeah.
Xiaolong Bao Dumplings.
Yes, that's it.
And
What's
you're
an
the
Indo?
Hakao Dumpling.
I was gonna say the Nasi goreng.
Nasi
Yeah.
goreng. All right, last questions. We just can go forever, but this is for my fellow videographers. For DJ Dumplings, how do you make dance floor not empty? How you make people start dance on wedding reception?
I go on to it.
So you actually, if it's empty, you jump there and then start
Oh,
dancing yourself.
You read the room.
Yep.
Like, sometimes I used to get really upset, but I'd have a dance floor and suddenly everyone's gone. It's probably one of two reasons. The cake is out, and people really want to eat cake, and the other one is maybe the
People
music's
really want to keep.
maybe the music's just blasting too loud.
Yep.
And the third thing is like if you. That's why I say the more songs the better.
Yep.
Because what I might like might not
Might not,
be
might
what
not
you
hit
like.
with. Yeah.
And then I think take requests help, but it's very. I mean, I'm at a stage where I'm not upset if the dance floor is empty, as long as people had an amazing time for the dinner set, and maybe there's people dancing in between dinner. That's cool. That's not going to be captured in like a lot of videos, but I saw it, and
But
people
what-
having fun at the games. But the dance floor, well, there's a few tricks. So either I get up,
Yep.
and I got a limbo rock stick. You've seen it before, right? The pink one.
Yep.
And then I'll get the MC as all right, we're starting a limbo rock. But I also tell clients before the wedding, I go, you must stay on the dance floor for the first 2 or 3 songs at least,
Yeah. Okay.
because
for the couple,
for
yeah.
the photos, for the videos, and also just before everyone leaves.
That's a good tips for the client.
And yeah, and the songs that you choose, don't go too niche. Like go something a bit more generic. That's why I asked the quiz. I was like, what do you think about YMCA? What do you
Yeah.
think about Nutbush? What do you think about the safe song for everyone internationally, September, Earth, Wind and Fire? And the lyrics is on the 21st night. So this year, on the 21st, it is Saturday. So every DJ is going to play that song this year,
Have you
September
got booked
21.
on that day?
I am booked on that day.
Okay.
I would, and that
you
was
will
mentioned in the
definitely
Zoom.
bless out that song then.
Apart from those generic Western songs, a lot of us probably have background, like say Irish background.
Yep.
Maybe someone will come up and do an Irish dance. I've seen that done before. Shout out to Michaela and Neeson. That was amazing, by the way. And so there's a few strategies. If you're worried that there's no dance
So
floor,
it's like for example, hypothetically speaking, for example, the dance floor is empty,
yeah.
and then the grooms come to you. Hey, Damus, bring everyone to the dance floor. What would you do?
Oh, you could probably get on the mic and it's like, everyone, we're doing a group photo on the dance floor. And I all want you to say, this is how we do it into the camera. All right, ready? 3 on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. This is how we do it. All right, let's throw again. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
This is how you do it.
And then the third time,
Yep.
I hit the song and then I trick everyone into dancing.
Into dancing.
But I used your
Ah.
photographer.
Does that work every time?
We did it recently.
Yep.
At Helen and Taylor's, but that's because we wanted
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
not
yeah,
because it
yeah,
was,
yeah.
we didn't have trouble filling the floor. We just
Yep.
thought it was funny, and so yeah, that's a trick. Yeah. Otherwise, straight after the first dance, typically is when the dance floor starts. The flow of events. So if you say
It is
cake,
very important. Flow of the event.
yeah. So if you say cake cutting after the first dance, like no. If you say speech after the first dance, no. Go straight into dancing.
Yeah.
And then your bridal party are the first ones to save you.
Yep.
And you don't have to go like full rave.
No.
If you want to, you can do a couple dance, and you can pay respects to the elders and bring all the parents up and the couples and play like, you don't have to play the whole thing. You just play a minute and a half and then go into the rave.
That's a really good tips
because
because we
it's a
always
purpose.
it's
Yeah,
in. I don't know, maybe it's common, but
yeah.
in Indonesian wedding, we do a lot of Indonesian wedding. It's very hard to get people on the dance floor.
They're shy. There's like
Shy,
cameras. There's the
yeah,
lights.
yeah. Especially
Yeah.
the elders, obviously.
That's why there's always the
Um,
group that they drink. You just make sure that they had enough drink.
yep.
Yeah. But I know some people that don't drink and they're still hype. MC.
Oh,
Some MCs they
mhm.
dance a lot as well.
Yep.
Shout out to MC with love, MC Jess. She's very.
Does he get on the dance floor?
Yeah. She pulls in the aunties and the uncles.
Okay. Oh yes, he pulls in. I know.
Yeah, she's been
100%.
hit on a few times, even though she's married and she's got children. She's still got it. You got it, girl. You got it. Yeah. That's fun to watch.
Yep.
Sometimes like trying to film it, like uncles getting on TV.
That's just very fun. We need to bring her in the show.
Yes. Robin dances a
Yep,
lot. Most professional MCs, they know the go.
Yep.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
haven't. If
Now,
I
I think this
mentioned it
question
yet,
is
but they
more
do,
towards if you got a friend's MC.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah,
Just
get the
finish
friend
their
MC
job,
to dance.
literally. Yeah.
Get the, yeah, it's more than just an MC. It's just more than talking though. There's
Yep.
so many things. Like
Yep.
you got to give all the vendors a 5 minutes heads up
Yeah.
before anything happens. You got to set up the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Videographers probably work up to 16 hours. Is that correct?
Yep. 14 to 15.
So
Yeah.
I know you're not going to mention it because I'm neutral. I can say it.
Yeah.
Please make 15 minutes for your videographer to eat. If you don't, I quit.
Please give us a meal.
Yeah.
Not during the speech.
Yeah, because they need to film. So the best
Yes.
time, I think we agreed, the best time for vendors to eat is the same time everyone eats.
Yeah.
So
At the start of the main meal.
yeah, but the
Yeah.
only thing confusing for the run sheet would be then what happens if the couple want to do table photos when their food's on the table. I'm sorry, they want to do table
They
photos.
will not.
Yeah.
No, I don't find it. I don't
Yeah.
think they're gonna do table photos at the start of the main meal because otherwise
Because
no
it
one's
gets
gonna
cold.
eat. It gets cold.
Yeah, and you'll eat your meal faster than the couple.
Yeah,
anyway.
we do.
Yeah.
So the ideal is either before the reception start, which is around 6 p.m. or something like that, before the or at the start of the meal. I can give a lot of shout out to a lot of vendors who give us like a full meal literally before the event started. Just love it.
Yeah.
But then the most common one will be obviously we're just vendors, right? We're the last, but that last meal happened to usually comes in the during the speeches. Which is where
not
we
ideal.
have, which is not ideal.
I got to work because I'm monitoring for recording.
Yep.
And I'm picking up on the speech. I like to listen to speeches.
And especially after main meal, literally usually the event is bang, bang, bang. So after speech is done, it goes the groom speech and then the first dance, and then if there's some day and then the dance itself. Literally we and then when all that finished, we get time to somehow to savor our meal. The meal's gone because the chef is done.
And I've realized that you're all too polite to say it, but then you've all accepted defeat, which is why I have to bring it onto this platform in the White Room show to your awareness that there's a behind the scenes 16-hour shift is long. Like don't worry, the DJ only works for a couple of hours. Don't worry about everyone else. Don't worry about it's the videographer and maybe the photographer might do 16. Maybe.
Yeah, we start early. The earliest I start is 6:30.
I mean, they can
a.m.
because I know with some suppliers they can, instead of incorporating the meal for the venue, as much as I want to support the venue, they could give you like some allowance and go eat in your in the break time. There might be a break time straight after the ceremony.
Now, but it is just a general tips from us vendors. Why are we
just want to
giving up tips? All right, I think that's it for the questions. Demus, I know I have a lot of things to say with you, but I really want to move on to the next topic. I love this topic. It's about gas. Do you know gas?
Or Jess?
No, GAS, gas. Stands for Gear Acquisition Syndrome. I told you about this recently.
Tell me the meaning, the dictionary meaning.
Yeah. So I find interesting. There is a Urban Dictionary meaning of gas is Gear Acquisition Syndrome, also known as gas, is commonly understood as the musician's unrelenting urge to buy and own instruments and equipment as an anticipated catalyst of creative energy and bringer of happiness. Is this true?
I'm looking for your fart sound effect.
There's no fart. No, I'm sorry. I don't think there's fart sound effect there. No, no.
Oh
You
wait.
need to post this.
Gas. Yeah,
Gas is real.
we both got gas.
Gas is real.
Yeah.
I mean, this definition says musician, but it's not just musician. I think all creative people have gas.
That's correct. What's a tradesman without the tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And then that's the topic. The discussion is, what is your this week gas?
Oh, my latest investment. I bought a mirrorless camera, Sony ZV-E10.
Why?
Because I wanted it to make my wide angle close up
Yep,
better if
yep.
I do live stream. Mind you, most of my live streams is like I'm operating at a loss but I'm only doing it because it's really fun.
Yeah.
And I also want to learn how to do astrophotography at some point. And I was going to ask Jack Chevelle, but I can ask you as well. But Jack Chevelle does amazing astrophotography, and he'll even like superimpose the stars behind the couple.
Yep.
I didn't see many.
Oh, during the photo shoot.
Yeah, so he'll whisk the
wow.
couple away into the country.
Yeah.
And there's like
It have to
just-
be country because
yeah.
you can't have a town lights to
Yep.
do astro.
And I suspect the couple goes off and chills out, and he just leaves his camera there, and then he just takes the night lapse,
Nice.
and then he just stacks it
Yeah, yeah.
afterwards. I'm like, oh, I want that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I just want it. So that's a part of the problem with gas is
Yep.
you just want something
Yep.
Without much agenda to it.
Do you know if you have gas, like however there's a certain thing that you want, but you don't buy it. What happened? You feel, what do you feel?
You can't sleep at night. You twitch, you start twisting and turning, and your wife goes, "Oh, what's
Yep,
wrong with
so-
you? Go sleep in the other room."
Yeah.
And then you keep checking your phone to see if the price is still the same.
Yep.
And then you check for coupons.
And what triggers gas after that? What the triggers you actually bought it?
I think you need about 1 to 2 weeks to marinate before you take action.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah.
so you mean like giving more gas?
Yeah. Sorry, what was the last question?
What triggers the gas after that? Like after you know, oh, you're thinking about this. There's this camera that I love to have, but maybe I don't need it. You keep telling yourself that, but in the next 2 weeks you bought it. Why?
I don't want to blame my father for this. I love you, Dad, Eric. So I think once he knew what I was doing with my work and I was showing him my profit and loss, I made a loss, by the way, last year because of gas.
Yeah. Gaslit.
But I'm making a profit this year, which is great. My accountant's very proud of me that I'm paying tax. But my
The
dad said,
government does too.
yeah, it's interesting because my dad came from poor background, like being in the village. And I'm gonna go to Hong Kong next month. No, July.
Oh,
and
cool.
maybe he can take me to China to see how they live. But yeah, he didn't have much. I think there was one time he told me a story. He was just playing with a wheel and a stick. Back in when he was a kid. I
Yep,
was like,
yep, yep,
and he was playing hacky sack with a feather and a stack of newspaper. And I was like, wow, we've got it good. We play Super Nintendo and
Yep.
Sega when we grow up. But my dad said, even despite his background, because he used to run a noodle shop, because if it's directly related to your work, don't be afraid to buy it. So
You've been
sorry, Dad, if
No,
I
I'm pretty
misconstrued
sure.
that.
I'm pretty sure you misrepresented. You misunderstood it.
Maybe.
I think it's just a catalyst for you to buy whatever you
Yeah,
like.
but my dad was a catalyst.
Yep.
So there were a few things
Look,
I invested
if my
in.
wife
Yeah.
told me that, 100% buy everything I want.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of spending things for your profession. Oh, sure, sure, honey. Here you go, new camera, new
Yeah.
lens.
But I think in his perspective, it's a long run investment. You
Yep.
can tax deduct it, and it makes you more efficient.
Yep.
So I'm always constantly looking for ways to. For example, I was never going to buy the Elgato Stream Deck
Mm-hmm.
because like a DJ doesn't need it. You're not live streaming every day, but you can set up all these macros. So if you've got a script that's repetitive, you just plunk them all in. So most of my Stream Deck buttons are just like scripts. It's like, oh, sorry, not available. Here's some tips. Oh, thanks for booking me. This is what we need to do next.
Yep.
This goes to the calendar app. This goes to the Zoom app. This goes to a channel finder app to make sure what frequencies are available. It's like list goes on.
You go full on gig. I think in our line of work, we have to be creative. So I have to agree that gas is catalyst of creativity. Because
Yeah.
once you get the new stuff, you want to play around with it, right? That's like your toys.
Mm.
And then your dad was right too. It's for your work in the end. But the gas
Yeah.
still a gas, and it does uh, bring you happiness, don't it? Doesn't it?
It's nice to have new things, but it's also nice when things work.
Yeah.
So we're using the Holyland Mars to
Hmm.
project HDMI wirelessly to the monitor. Before I discovered Holyland, I bought like a no-name brand on Alibaba, and it gave me nightmares.
Yep.
So there's a saying goes, if you buy cheap, you buy twice. Shout out to my brother.
Yeah.
He's
Imagine.
he's also a catalyst. Felix. he got me onto the Elgato Stream Deck. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I've realized that these, and then look, you can sell it if you don't want it.
Yeah. Yeah. You can always sell. I mean, I don't know. I found it. You know, well, you know, I love it. Well, because that's why I've been telling myself to finally purchase this stuff that I wanted. My gas, right?
Yep.
And hey, it could be useful for my work. That's the easiest reasoning.
Yep.
And then second thing is someone telling me, "Hey, Reza, I think you look great with that product or something."
It looks good on you.
And then the third thing will be, it's very rare, but sometimes my wife to say, "Hey, Reza, I think it's good if you improve it with this thing." And like, oh sure, yeah, but
and you buy the whole package,
and I research the
kit.
best and the probably most expensive one, and just think and just buy it.
But apart from that, we want the best for our clients.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry,
In the end,
it sounds salesy.
In the end, we want the best for our clients. Sure, gas.
Gas. It's like new tagline.
But yeah, and then the catalyst for me will usually be the discount. Have you heard of osbargain.com.au?
Oh yeah. Domino's Pizzas.
What is that? The only thing you take out from that website?
Yeah, I used to work at a bicycle shop during COVID, and we'd order pizzas.
I'm gonna be your newest catalyst then.
I didn't eat Domino's anymore.
No. Open the Osbargain website every day.
Yeah,
open it.
You should have the tab.
It's not just about the pizza. It's literally showing you deals of stuff in Australia.
Okay.
So for example, I'm looking to buy a camera.
Yep.
And then magically that camera, that brand, and that model that I want appears the next day, showing us, oh, Digidirect have 20% off this camera. I'm like, oh, why not? And then I do my Facebook Marketplace research. Well, how much if I sell it back? Oh, secondhand is more expensive than the 20% off.
Yeah,
done.
And then you sell it for a profit. Yeah.
This if you check out this website, it's gonna.
I know Osbargain.
Osbargain is gonna
it'll change your life.
It's gonna change your life. It's gonna change your gas into the next level.
I guess you could be labeled as savvy or just reckless.
Yeah. But gas is great. It brings me happy. Even talking about it gives me happiness.
What's your latest gas?
My latest gas is at the moment it's a Fujifilm camera, X100 Mark VI. It's a point and shoot, like one point and shoot. It's a mirrorless, but you have a fixed lens.
Okay.
It's literally branded as the best travel camera in 2024 at the moment. It's sold out everywhere. Have to put a pre-order of 100 people waiting in line or something like that.
Yep.
Around the world is sold out. Yeah, that's my guess. And my catalyst will be, which is exactly just tell you, online. This it's RRP for $2,900.
Yep.
In Facebook Marketplace, they sell it secondhand for $3,000, more than RRP because of the demand and supply.
You used to get free stuff though, like from Holyland.
Well, that was ages ago, but
maybe Fuji can send you something to use. Feature it in this podcast.
I love to. But yeah, that's my kind of guess. I mean, researching it brings me happiness already. But yeah, I haven't bought it though. Going to.
My other latest guess was the new Chauvet Move Plus ILS. So
the what?
Something like interactive or intelligent light system. But so I can, like, when you came over to my place, we're able to use the dials and control where the moving head goes. I've never experienced that before personally. I've seen it elsewhere, so I thought it was cool. Maybe I can try it on the cake, but there's the lumens were all wrong. Yeah,
Oh, gas
um,
is gas. So good.
yeah.
We have. I mean, look, we need to have gas. That's
Do we have any questions on the stream?
fine.
Yeah.
No, I
No.
think we
Okay.
went through everything, and
Mm.
I love to see you buy that gas. Not just kidding. I hope you have more gas. We need to talk about more gas in the future. But
Mm.
Demus, thank you so much for coming in the show. I would love to have more topic with you in the future. Thank you for the cake. We should eat it. We should eat it
I'm
together
gonna
with
bring
the
it up to
team.
the camera.
You know how long we've been online for, Demus?
Feels like a while.
2 hours.
Oh, really?
I think I have to manually focus it. You have to point it down. Oh, there you go. Oh, what's it? He's gonna. Yeah. Thank you so much, Demus. You don't have to bring that. Seriously. So nice of you.
Wow, 2 hours.
Yeah.
All right,
See,
should
time
I sit
flies,
here
right?
and hear you promote your giveaway?
Oh, yeah, about that.
Oh wait, we've got to. All right, so unfortunately, there was a poll on Instagram that said that I asked, should we have a cake fight or blow 20 party poppers? Unfortunately, there's too much gas
Yep.
here, so we're just gonna blow as
We'll,
many
we'll, blow
party
it, we'll
poppers.
blow it at the end.
Okay.
We'll blow it at the end.
All right,
Before the
let's
stream's
do it.
end.
I got
So
excited.
that's the end. It makes a great exit. So yeah, on this special occasion, I just want to announce that it's 180 Media's anniversary on the 1st of July 2024, and we'll be having a giveaway. I'm trying to play the trampoline song.
Oh, what happened? Did I break it? Oh, yeah.
Giveaway. Oh, sorry.
You actually want to do that? I guess that's fine. Go for it.
We have a special giveaway. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Davis. So the giveaway will be, we have a voucher to stay at Foco Kickton Park Hotel at Hunter Valley. A one night stay for you and your family or couple of friends, I guess. No.
Yeah.
It's a one night stay, including breakfast. Stay tuned. We'll put the post tomorrow on how you can enter the giveaway, but you don't have to be our existing client, or you don't have to be our client at all. You can, whoever, bring your friends, you can enter to them. I mean, it
thank
could
you.
be a good getaway for you and your wife. Another weekend out.
Wink, wink.
Wing, wing. Maybe
Yeah.
make mini dumplings.
Hunter Valley is amazing. Nature, wine,
Yep.
cheese.
Yeah,
Eat too much cheese and get
Yep.
gas. Yeah.
it's a great hotel. We worked with them before. It's a beautiful hotel. So stay tuned. We'll give the details tomorrow. All right, dumpling. Shall we close today with one of the requests?
Off
From
the
your-
pole.
of
All
the
right,
pole.
grab
How are
as
we gonna
many as
do
you
this?
can.
I'm gonna move this out of my way. Sorry. How do you do it? How do you pull it?
Alright,
It's empty.
So you've never had a party popper before?
I do, but it's not.
Do you have this in Indonesia?
I do, but it's not common for me to do. Do I just pull this first?
You pull, yeah,
So it's
pull
easier.
the string, but away from your ears and away from your eyes.
So away from the microphone.
We'll do. Oh, are you doing 3 at once?
Oh, I thought you're doing 20 at the same time.
Oh,
So I assume that's
okay.
3
Let's
at-
be efficient. All right. You count me down.
All right, shall we? From 3, okay?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
This is how we do it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us in the first episode of the White Room, and thanks, Demus, for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Reza.
I'll see you next week. Not see you. I'll see you guys
see.
next week for more interesting topic.
All right. I'm gonna get you some cake.
Let's go eat the cake.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Demus. Oh my
Well,
god, time flies. Sorry,